Bird fishing over to the warrior. I like it. Hey, and a Xander. Hell yeah, dude. Saya, first one, man, out of the cradle and into the zone, dude. Into the Tiger's Peak. Trying to see if he can get himself an opener versus Chaz. But Chaz arcane this time around. Interesting. Normally, we've seen this man play Frostafar, trying not to get interrupted by Saya. Saya immediately going in for the immunity to magic damage. See him burst out of Chaz, instantly causing the man just to AFK. Literally all he can do right now is just AFK alter and try to see if he can get himself a touch of the magic damage. Possibly, potentially, maybe decent bit of setup. Does go for the blink. Do you play Shimmer or normal blink with that? Because you could potentially get stunned up right now. Does go for the stun. Is having to go for a normal trinket. Saya no longer has the magic immunity. Still got himself laying hands. Still got himself plenty of damage. Does go for the Dawn Light with a bit of that self-killing. Mostly trying to see if he can preserve himself when fighting against Chaz. Is just getting kited around. That is the advantage of an Arcane Mage versus a red Pally, though, is the amount of mobility you got. Pally generally have a lot of range of their abilities. Also, you got the NASCAR with a horse, but in terms of mobility, it's definitely limited in comparison to the mage. Does blink in or ultra, having to go for a block, though, not in the best position. Saya trying to see if he can potentially bait the beta kick, possibly, maybe. At least he's trying. At least definitely give it a go. It's going to be Sai trying to get some damage in. That Dawn Light is going to hurt a lot, man. Shaz looking to recover a little bit of health. But maybe look at a potentially maybe a burst combo is getting kind of low on health. He's going to need everything he has in order to live this, because it's going to be constant taking damage. Doesn't really get respite. Might just be execute here. Invest for a second. Live in it with a shield. Last second. He needs some kind of a go. Touch the magic. I think it's just desperation at the end. I think it's just desperate act to do as much damage as he can. With a quick cheap shot by Krongzu, trying to see if he can get a bubble out of Saya. It's going to be Trinket blind to follow with a Searing Glare. Krongzu could just cloak. He's going to back up out of there. Being an Outlaw, he just grapple out, wait and reset. Got himself an evasion so he can stay in. Saya get a cheap shot right after. Krongzu just picking up even more damage. Shield of Evidence, Killing Spree to follow. Shouldn't take too much damage from that spray. Does actually pop the spray from a distance. Stun to Krongzu, has a trick in case he needs to, but Saya does not go for the Wake of Ashes combo. Is going to be another advantage for Krongzu. They got him some plenty of that range damage. Try to see if he can get some CDs out of Saya. It's going to be laying hands, but that laying hands is going to burn through those ambushes really quick. Cloak, first aid, full recovery. He knows there's a bubble waiting for him. He just got to play it super safe, and he might be okay. If he can go for a disarm on off of the cheap shot, he might be okay. There goes the disarm. Wake of Ashes might be looking for a bubble. Saya picking up a little bit of healing. Krongzu still has plenty of damage though. Stun. Just break out of it very quickly. Saya's getting super low. At some point, he's going to have to bubble. He's going to have to bubble. Because if he is not careful, if he goes for a flash of light, could be kick. Very careful. Got to be very careful. There's going to be, oh, not even a bubble. Ended up using a global aggressively. And actually had to pay for it. Krongzu taking him out. Well done. Yeah, against a rogue, you have to get very careful. Quick gouge onto Leo as he zooms out of there completely. I think Morpho would just try to see if he can close the gap, maybe get himself a better angle just so you can see the duel. Don't blame you guys for wanting to get a closer angle, though. Honestly. Wait! That looks awesome. I think like one scraggly tooth in that witch costume, it looks the best. Disarm onto Leo. Does go for the grip. Blind grapple still lets him go so far. Oh, but the double grip. Oh, no. He just absolutely executed him. That is so tough. Astronic gonna be up next. Yo, Krongzu was doing so good. I was like, oh, no way he got out of this scot-free. Another grip. Another grip. That is so tough. We'll let you know, friend. Alright, Sleepy also says he's down to join, and so we might be able to get another shaman in these. If we lose a body, let me know. I'll let Sleepy know that we got a spot, man. It's going to be an opener by Astrani. Got himself full Void Rift. It's going to be Leo trying to see if he can interrupt it. Big fade by Astrani. Does go for the Void Elf racial. He could potential reposition. He may need to immediately silence. Still is able to use so. Grip right after. Maybe look at a disperse potentially here. Does go for a fear onto Leo. Is going to be Lichborn to break out of it. He's got himself VE. So he should be able to get a lot of healing as long as he can get some damage onto Leo. Or damage on a rider too would work out as well. He just tried to see if he can catch up to him. I don't know if he'll be able to. Getting slowed down by the Death and Decay. Not feeling that good. Having to slow down and go for flash heals back to back. He does get a stun to Leo, has a human racial for it to break out of it, trinket out for Astrani, looking for a mind games, but the DK mobility plus the chain of ice slows. I mean, Astrani already had very, very limited mobility to begin with, but this Death Knight is not going to let him play the game at all, man. Trying to go for a proper stun. Astrani with the disperse, yeah, seeing that damage is like, you know what? I have to disperse it. This is way too much damage. All those riders, this is a lot of pressure. Fear on all of them, or most of them at least. Looks like one of the DKs, one of the riders doesn't get feared. Mind games, trying to see if you can get it. Silence to follow. That is so rough. There's just nothing he can do with Leo taking it. That silence grip, man. There's just nothing that you can do in that situation. Is it Goeris next or is it Melkor? That is just so rough, man. Yeah, Shadow Priest, dude. That's another spec that doesn't have a lot of matchups like a warrior. 1v1 that are great for you. And a lot of the times it's like really tough to crawl back for some, but like, yeah, DK just counters it so well. It's kind of like a pally into warrior. Warrior is not gonna have an easy time with a pally at all. It's just tough. Melkor is gonna be up next, giving Leo a bit of a chance here to catch a breather with a couple of cooldowns. It's got a silence coming up very, very soon. Honestly, Melkor should just rush him. I feel like against the DK, while the Frost Sphere is down for 30 seconds, I'd be rushing this guy. That's going to be a lot of damage, and this riders are annoyed. DK probably what matchup for Shadow Priest? Yeah. Death Knights also don't have a lot of great matchups, because like Death Knights are not great in 1v1s either. Frost DK in particular. Maybe like on Holy could do well, you know, because you can send your pets, send your dots, and just got a range with glowing shadows, do some damage. Frost DK does not have a lot of easy 1v1 matchups either. But yeah, Shadow Priest into a Frost DK, definitely not the best one. Hell, on Holy wouldn't be great either, just a constant pressure. Does pick up the ice, so you can't even invis him. It's going to be a AMS in order to break away from the Ring of Frost. Does go for immediate silence. Melkor picking up a lot of healing though. He's got ultra, so he's actually okay. Stunned is going to feel bad, but he's going to break out of it very quickly. Second stun with those riders. Melkor could be under a lot of trouble. Might be looking for a block here. Invis in order to dampen some of the damage, but he's still taking... Oh my god! That was through his great invis. That was through his big DR and damage reduction invis. Goeris just plunged right into the thick of it immediately, looking for a big Tempest, and Leo backing up out of there. He had himself momentum, gripped the Shaman and tried to send that momentum into him. Was a good bit of damage, but now that he's out, he has to play a little bit more of this kiting spree here. Got himself Chain of Ice, Death and Decays. Goeris trying to see if he can leap. He's got himself a bit of mobility to catch that line of sight, to strike down Leo with that lightning and thunder. Not enough to stay on him the entire time, but a little bit to pressure him and poking him from a distance. Dropping down a totem. I'm not sure which one. Stun totem. Is going to be silenced. Or the Goeris does have a sound of his own with the Remorseless Winter, but that stun totem is going to stop him. Leo dropping down a dome. Does have AMS. Also has a death pack in case he needs to. It looks like did you spell steal or did you get knocked? I think you got knocked, right? Oh, why am I looking at Saya? You got knocked, I'm pretty sure, right? Pretty sure. I can't really tell. But Goeris should be able to get a bit of damage towards Leo, trying to catch up a little bit of healing. Leo does have Frostbone's Fury and a lot of damage in 10 seconds. Goeris better be very careful. He does have underground. He can go underground here. He has Ascend, but he'll be very limited on what he could really do versus Leo. He's got to be very careful. Ascend on the blind with the stun. Leo's going to have a double stun into Goeris. It's going to knock back the riders. Second stun right after. Silence to follow. You actually can do some damage while silence. Big thunder, but Leo does end up taking it. The Frost DK had to play a little bit of a longer game, but does slay 4. He does take back 4 kills back to back. That is rough, man. That is rough. I feel like Frost DK either like hard counters some classes, like in the case of Shadow Priest, or like has a rough time. Both Johnny and Jay, let me know when you guys are ready. We'll get another one going.